Congratulations on making it to the final day of the 10th annual Slice of Life Story Challenge. I'm delighted that you're here. This all started out as a little experiment in my fourth grade classroom back in March of 2008. It was actually inspired by the recent passing of my grandmother, who had passed away the year before. And I wanted to get my mind off the fact that March was kind of not my favorite month. I had lost both of my grandparents in March, and it was just not my favorite month of the year. And I wanted to get my mind off of it, so I started writing with my students. And the Slice of Life Challenge was also started on two writing teachers in 2008. And it's grown massively since 2008. It's not something that I ever could have imagined. For those of you who were ever wondering why it's in March and not a shorter month like February, it's because of the fact that March used to not be my favorite month, and now it is a wonderful month because I get to be surrounded by my writing tribe, and that is just a wonderful thing. In case you ever wonder why we slice on Tuesdays, you can watch the short clip from Seinfeld. If you remember the Tuesday has no feel thing, well, Tuesdays have a feel because it's a way that we can come together throughout the entire year to write and to share pieces of our lives with each other. So one of my daughter's favorite books is the Thank You book. It's an Elephant and Piggy book by Mo Willems. It's the last book in the series, which was extremely sad for us when we found that out. And Piggy engages in a thankorama, and I am going to try and do my own thankorama here on the final day of the challenge, and I'm really hoping, just like Gerald or Elephant cautioned Piggy, not to miss anyone. So I'm going to do my best. We'll see how I do. So first, thank you to the original slicers. You guys have been showing up for the past 10 years, and it's amazing. Ashley, Bonnie, Girl Griot, Kevin, Lisa, and Sarah, thank you for continuing to be champions of this challenge and for being part of my writing life for the past decade. I want to thank the TWT co-author team. Without them, this challenge would not be possible. There are a lot of moving parts and a lot of behind the scenes work that happens to make this challenge look and run smoothly. So I wrote something to each of them over here. You can read the specifics, but basically every single member of this team is just super dedicated to making sure that this challenge is as successful as it can be. Sure, there are always hiccups along the way, but this challenge seems to have run really smoothly this year, and I am indebted to Betsy, Beth, Deb, Kathleen, Lanny, Lisa, and Melanie. Thank you for everything that you do to make this challenge a priority. Speaking of which, thank you to all of our co-author team families for seeing a little less of us this month and for putting up with our extra hours at the computer. Also for giving up some time before and after the challenge, because there is work that has to happen starting as early as December and as late as mid-April. So thank you to the Balls, Frasers, Hubbards, Keelers, Means, Moores, Schaefers, that's the rest of my people, and the Sokolowskis. Thank you to the mid-month challenge sponsors. Highlights Foundation, Claire and Tammy and Stenhouse have all been exceedingly generous and have donated prizes for the mid-month challenge. It's a wonderful thing that we have these prizes to just create and generate more excitement throughout the month of March. So thank you. Thank you to everyone who donated prizes. I'm going to quickly read through this list. It's Candlewick, Charlesbridge, Chronicle, Heinemann, Kids Can, Little Brown and Company, Responsive Classroom, Scholastic, Simon & Schuster, Stenhouse Publishers, and then we have individuals, both authors and Slice of Life participants who have also contributed prizes. I can't remember if I said Joan and Gail, so I'll say the two sisters again. Vicky, Kate, Jen, Amy, Janielle, Lisa, Emily, Sally, Eileen, and Erica. Thank you so much for creating more prizes. It's just wonderful that we can keep people a little bit more motivated by having these prizes at the end of the month. We all know that writing is the real gift and the gift of community, and having a writing tribe is what it's really about, but there's always something nice about getting a prize, right? Thank you to the Welcome Wagon volunteers. These people work tirelessly to make sure that every new slicer feels welcome. It's an amazing thing that they do. So thank you to Diane, Linda, Bev, Ramona, sorry, I'm reading off my PowerPoint, Tracy, Carrie, Katie, Sally, Leanne, Jennifer, Adrian, Holly, Aileen, Maureen, Noelle, Jennifer, another Jennifer, Suzanne, Christy, Joni, Chris, Fran, Marilyn, Michelle, Alice, Brian, Sonia, Shelley, Barbara, Joanne, Vanessa, Sarah, Erica, Allie, Carol, and Vanessa. The work that you have done to make people feel welcome this year, and many of you have done this in the past, is just so appreciated by myself and the entire co-author team. Every year I set a goal to comment on everyone's Slice of Life stories 3 times. That used to be possible when the Slice of Life Story Challenge was earlier, and it's not anymore. So it is so important to me that you guys are doing this work. So thank you from the bottom of my heart for making new slicers feel welcome. And hopefully some of these new slicers will be on this Welcome Wagon list next year. To those of you who are participating in this challenge alongside your students, thank you. This was the whole purpose of the challenge in the beginning, was to get teachers of writing to be writers themselves. For you to have jumped in with your students this year and you're participating in both the classroom and the individual challenge, it is no small feat. Thank you for your time commitment, and thank you for what you're doing for your students. It really does open doors, and it's amazing. Thank you to all of the people who participated in our weekend commenting challenges. 60 comments in a weekend, that's a lot. It's a lot of blogs to visit and comment on. And there were so many people who did it this year on both weekends. So thank you to all of you. Commenting really is the lifeblood of this community. So it's great to have had all of you participating and just giving some comment love to each other over the course of those 2 weekends. Thank you, new and returning slicers. I can't thank every single person personally. Our database has over 300 people in it, numerous classrooms, and I wish I could thank everyone by name, but like Mo Willems' book, the thank you book, with Elephant and Piggy, at the very end, Piggy thanks the reader. So I thank you, the participant. Whether you are coming back for your second challenge, whether you're new, or whether you've been doing this for 5 or more years, it doesn't matter. You have shown up and have participated in this challenge. And after 10 years of doing this, it really does mean so much to me. The entire co-author team does, and myself included, we don't get compensated for any of this. We do this because it's a labor of love. We're not even Amazon affiliates. So we really feel that it's important for teachers of writing to be writers themselves. So thank you for doing that. And we hope to see you back every Tuesday year-round, because Tuesdays do have a feel on Two Writing Teachers, and it's Slice of Life Tuesdays. And we hope that you'll come back next March for the 11th Annual Slice of Life Story Challenge. Thanks.